I just recently started doing some transcription through Mac's company, and but my full-time job is being a mom to our 4 children.
And I'm in healthcare consulting, so I deal with a lot of health systems trying to improve healthcare and improve transparency about pricing and things like that to try to help people make good decisions. So Charamie and I, we had several financial setbacks, not just due to COVID-19, but even prior to COVID-19, some of the things that were going on in my previous employment. And so looking at some opportunities and some options were tough. And right about that time, I actually lost my job. And so of course that just compounded the issues of debt and some other things. And so we came across Craig and saw what he was doing. We saw some really excellent reviews for him, and that, in this day and age, that's kind of the first thing you look for, right, is what other people say about things to try to give at least a litmus test for where they could go. And we were really impressed from the very first phone call in talking with Craig, and we felt very at ease. He helped us feel like there was hope. He helped us feel like there were options. And not to sound too over the top, but he actually helped us feel inspired that we could actually achieve financial goals that we had for years, but we just didn't know, whether we had the capacity to do it with, some health issues and debt and other things. And so he really did help us see a way out and more.
I think one of the biggest things that Craig did for us was to help us reassess what was important to us. We had some different ideas about what we wanted to accomplish financially. Having 4 children, education's important, saving for their future, and but when it really came down to it, and Craig helped us understand what we really wanted at the heart of it was to own our home. We had been renting for quite a while, and we saw that as a goal, but something that was further off after we had accomplished A, B, and C. And once he helped us understand that, we mapped out a way to make it happen, and it has been wonderful, and it has been such a amazing opportunity that he helped us realize. And after that, right after we bought the home, when at the end of the year, then COVID-19 happened, and so we really feel like it would have been a missed opportunity had Craig not come into our lives and helped us out with that.
And I would add to that, that's 100% exactly what we were thinking. We were going down one path, and he helped us again reassess. That's a great way to say it. And then on top of that, he also plugged us in with the right people.
Yes.
So he got us in with people who could help us with looking at the mortgage and how do we set things up properly, and how do we make sure that we aren't making mistakes, that we are planning the right foundation so that we don't go down the wrong path, maybe with someone who might not have our best interest at heart. And we have always felt that with Craig, is that he puts our best interests at heart. He never put any pressure on us to make any decisions. He would just lay out some options and then, kind of gently encourage us to take action, whatever we chose to do. And we found that very refreshing. Yeah. We could tell right off the bat that, and I think this is one of the things that really appealed to me and to us both about working with Craig, was that it wasn't just his real estate experience, which he is, he has a lot of experiential knowledge, and he has network connections. He knows the people to talk to that will supplement his knowledge base, or that could help us with the mortgage lending, etc. That was massively helpful. But then also to put that into a holistic perspective and look at not just the home, but also other aspects of financial planning and how do we look at things and so on, so that we could see that contiguous in one whole. That is something that I think you won't get with a typical broker or real estate agent whose very core competency is very specific. Craig has that breadth of knowledge, so we felt very comfortable not only making that decision, but moving forward with some other areas as well. So
I hadn't realized how different it would be to own a home until we started the wheels turning with Craig, and it has been amazing. It has been so we've just felt you feel such more. I mean, I felt like we took good care of it while we were renting, but I feel such pride of ownership now, and it feels like we've accomplished a goal together, and it feels as, it created this safety net for me and for my children. It makes them feel comfortable that this is our home, this is where we're going to be, and I've really seen them kind of grow in confidence and, making more friends in the neighborhood and different things, and COVID turned me into a gardener, and now our house is full of flowers.
Yeah, I was going to say there are risks to home ownership, which now involves, completely redoing the outside of the home and so on.
We're literally putting down roots. So But I would not; those things would not have happened otherwise. And so it's just really put our family into a different frame of mind. And I think we've both been really excited and happy about the future.
Our oldest daughter, over the course of renting, and she's very smart and very sensitive, and she gets that both from my wife, and she understood that what renting meant, and it meant that she wasn't somewhere, it wasn't our home,
It wasn't permanent,
so to speak. A house can be a house, but a house isn't necessarily a home. And so now, through the process of the home ownership and actually owning the home, she has actually become much more outgoing and much happier. We can tell she was actually even having some stomach pain and some anxiety issues that we now, looking back, maybe attribute to some of that feeling of being unmoored and just unanchored from a place. And so for her, it's had an impact on our family, like directly with her, where she now is happier and she's feeling better.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, she's 11, so it's important for the kids to feel like they have a space, that this is for them.
I would say we've actually had a couple of family members who have bought homes or have done some other things, and we don't feel like we're in a position to offer that advice, but it's nice to know that we have someone they can refer them to. You want to be careful when you refer someone to somebody else, because you never know. You're going on a limb, so to speak, to say, hey, talk to so and so. But no, I would have no qualms whatsoever about referring people to Craig or helping, because I know that he will have their best interest at heart, and I would not have any question that he will take very good care of them, just like he took care of us. I was starting a new job and looking at our retirement and what does that look like, and we haven't really given a lot of thought to retirement for the last few years, as we were doing other things and raising the kids and trying to just get by. And now, again, this is one of the interesting things that Craig has given us the ability to say, okay, let's take a step back. Let's actually, like Charamie said, reassess, and let's make a plan, which is, I don't know how to describe what it's like when you have a plan, but for me, it's security, it's peace of mind, it's sleeping well at night, and not, certainly life has all kinds of stress, but having that edge taken off, knowing that, okay, here's a roadmap, and that's where plan certain, and when what Craig is doing is it's not just the buying the home and so on, it's also looking at the fiduciary and moving forward financially. Where does that look like for us? So we're really excited for the future now. Honest, kind, and understanding.
The word relationship comes to my mind, because I feel in talking with Craig, it wasn't what I was expecting it to be, honestly. I was a little nervous going in, and I didn't, really feel confident in our goals. I didn't really know what our goals were. And talking with Craig didn't feel like so much of a meeting or a intimidating, thing as I had thought it would be. It was really just like a conversation. It was really like talking to someone, like a friend or like a really nice family member who wanted to know what we wanted, and let me offer you some advice of how I can help. And it was very sincere and very, like Max said, it just gave us hope. And it was really, I don't know what the word is, just relationship, and just feeling he's comfortable, and he's unintimidating. Is that the word? He's just a really amazing guy who I really feel like helps because he wants to help.